Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer RC. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on some Tamiya stuff that I've been researching. There's been one RC that I've been thinking about lately, which has been this new DynaHead. And I've been kind of curious on what it's going to be like because at first glance I was thinking that the style is pretty cool, kind of unique, and I wondered how is it going to be different from the KongHead, which is on a very similar platform, the G601. Now, just so you know, there is a couple of variants of this chassis. The chassis is the same, but they offer it in two different styles. They also offer it in the school bus King Yellow, as well as the KongHead USA style semi-tractor trailer. It is a 6x6 vehicle with optional rear steering. And the chassis is pretty unique where the whole insides of the chassis is the gearbox. And it has some other Tamiya quirks like friction shocks, suspension style front bumper. It has the same wheels and tires that I believe that came on the lunchbox. And overall, it's a fairly unique and somewhat clean looking chassis because all of the electronics and all of the gear set is inside. The motor hangs down low on the inside. Now, they have come out with a new variant of this, which comes out in the next week or two, and it's the chassis G601TR. And they've come out with it with this, what I thought was like a rock racer, off-road racing, or some sort of like different world, like off-world type explorer vehicle, as it has this very unique looking square cab, somewhat of a truck race body, somewhat looking race style tires to me. Then they do something odd, which is that this has portals, and that raised a red flag in my head of, hold on, this thing's going to perform way different than the existing KongHead and King Yellow. With this DynaHead, they have added hub reduction axles, which are portals, 15 millimeters in conjunction with the traction provided by a 37.35 to 1 gear ratio with the 18 pinion. Now that gear ratio is going to be significantly lower, higher? Yes, higher. It would be a higher gear ratio, which means lower top speed than the KongHead. So I've been waiting for a while to find a running video of the new DynaHead, and just in the last day, it has come out. Shout out to SteveOD313 for finding this video and sending it my way because he was interested in some of these new vehicles. And here's just an example of the DynaHead in motion. And it's going to give you a sample of how fast it is. This is probably 3/4 throttle to full throttle right now. It is going to be a brisk walking pace. It is designed to be a crawler. It has the portal axles and the low speed, and it's designed to crawl up and over things. That's what they've built it for. I wanted to make this video as somewhat of a public service announcement because to me, the styling of this vehicle does not match what it is meant to be used for. If they've designed it as a trail crawler, it has a very sporty looking body to me. Yes, it's boxy, but to me, this is more race-inspired vehicle than a crawl-inspired vehicle with the way that the body and the tires are designed. So I just wanted to be aware of that if you do decide to buy this vehicle, it is not going to be quick. Just a side-by-side comparison of the speed of a KongHead. Here's a little demonstration of how quick the KongHead is in comparison. It's quite a bit quicker. And it's a bit more of a basher type quick drive. There you go. There's a real-time video of it running. That's a realistic speed comparison right there. So that looks to be almost twice as fast as the new one. This one, that's not full throttle, but sometimes when he runs at full throttle, it's just a brisk walking pace. So it's definitely TR. Keep that in mind. This is a trail crawler. But the other thing that I'm quite surprised at is the pricing. The pricing is brutal. The KongHead costs $260 MSRP US. Now, in Canada, it's less. It's $240 Canadian, and we actually have some of them in stock in all the great hobby stores in Canada, which is great. But the new DynaHead, for the new pricing of the DynaHead, they want $376 US. Holy cow, that's expensive because all they've done is they've added portals. All the rest of it's the same. You're still getting friction shocks. You're still getting all the baseline. As far as I know, it still has bushings. If we go into specifications, yes, bearings are plastic bushings. Look at this. Plastic bushings. ABS plastic chassis. Differentials are gear, still comes with the same 540 brushed motor, and the shocks are friction. Bouncy. Man, that's a killer price, not in a good way, for this DynaHead, because you're paying for the style and the newness. Just be aware that don't pick this just based on the style, because when I saw this, I thought it was going to be a pretty quick vehicle, and it's not. It is definitely a crawler. And if we look at the pricing that's going to be coming out in Canada, it's going to launch at $360 Canadian in Canada. So it'll be less than the manufacturer recommended pricing from Tamiya, but still, it's going to be almost $100 more than the KongHead. And I do not think that you're getting $100 worth of upgrades here. All you're getting is different tires, a different body, and you're getting portals. Now, portals do raise the ground clearance, and they are going to make it easier to get over rough terrain, but it's also going to cut the speed in half. So just be aware of that it is not going to be a fast RC. Yeah. Slow and crawly. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.